So, as I crashed into the cold, dark water of the Pacific, I realized a few things. A, I have no idea where I'm going. B, saltwater stings. C, I shouldn't even be on this planet right now, but I am. Why? Because you shot me.
I know.
You shot me!
All right, I heard you the first time. You don't have to pile it on. Good grief.
I'm wet, I'm cold, there's a fish on my head, and clearly I'm not gonna be able to do this on my own.
When this was first kind of pitched to you, what excited you about the project?
I mean, Sonic is a character I've known since 1991. I mean, I was a huge fan of the game. I was 13 when it was first released. I have such wonderful memories of playing it. I just knew that there is a great movie and a great story to be told with this character, and so it was an amazing opportunity.
Did that kind of story immediately appear to you? Because obviously in the early iterations of the game, you know, you collected rings, you got to the end of the level, and then the game sort of stopped. So it wasn't like there was an immediate plot there.
Yeah, but there's a hero, right? I mean, Sonic is out there saving the animals. He's got these qualities that are very heroic. So I think that's great movie material. I mean, it was just basically taking that foundation and building upon it.
When this was first pitched to you, were you immediately, yes?
Oh, yes. I mean, absolutely. So I got it. It was pitched to me first as a test. So it didn't even have a home yet. They were trying to make a little video to try to sell to the studios to see if anybody would make the movie. And that's when it got pitched to me. And I did that as a favor because I was so excited about even being the voice of this character. And it wasn't guaranteed that I'd be in the movie, and then they loved the test so much that they kept me in for the movie.
And did you kind of immediately see how you'd voice the character? Because obviously in the original games, he doesn't talk. You know?
Yeah. The first couple he doesn't talk, and it's not till later he does. So I'd say like, I looked at the old games and I saw like the energy and the attitude that he has when he wags his finger and he kind of does all these things. And then I read the script, and in my head, it kind of reads like a little kid, like a really excited young kid that wants to go out and meet all these people and do all these things, but has never had the ability to do so, and then finally does. So he's like living his life for the first time. So I tried to play that energy because I felt like people can kind of grab onto that feeling and relate to this kid almost. And it seems to be working, which is exciting.
When did you settle on the kind of mixture between, you know, live action and kind of, you know, computer-generated characters?
Oh, the decision to treat it that way?
Yeah.
Oh, very early on. I mean, just the idea of being able to take advantage of a human cast with guys like Jim Carrey, James Marsden, Tika Sumpter. I mean, that was just too exciting of an opportunity to pass up and to create these scenes that would combine Sonic and the live-action world. It just felt like a really exciting opportunity.
Obviously, it's a mix of you and live action.
Yeah.
I mean, how did that work? I mean,
It's so funny. It is literally just a mix of me as a CG character and live action. Yeah.
So was it done, and then you came in afterwards and did the voice?
Yeah. So we did that test, and then we did the table reads, and then I with James Marsden did all the lines with him a bunch of time just so we could figure out how we'd play. And then I left, and then it was all VO afterwards. So I do the whole script, and then I do it to this, and then I improvise a ton because we're in there. We might as well do as many takes as we can. It's not like when you're filming and you have to go to different locations, it's just a microphone, so I could do a billion things. We try a whole bunch of stuff. The only bummer is I didn't really get to spend a lot of time with Jim or James, but I got to see them every day when I'm recording.
And how was casting? I mean, did you get everybody you wanted?
Oh, and then some. I mean, I never, in my wildest dreams, would have thought we'd be able to get Jim Carrey for Dr. Robotnik, but I had such a great meeting with him, and he had so many great ideas just right out the gate that it just felt like it was just a dream come true. And I think fans are going to be so happy and so excited to see what he's done with Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, I mean, he really goes all in, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's Jim Carrey. I mean, that's what he does. He's a genius.
The time for talking is over. It's time to push buttons.
Your flying eggs are pretty impressive, Mr. Eggman, but let's face it, you'll never catch me.
Confidence. A fool's substitute for intelligence.
That's not good.
Sonic, I know you got the super speed and everything, but Maddie and I?
Totally defenseless, probably gonna get blown up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Don't worry, I know exactly what to do.
I was not expecting that. But I was expecting not to expect something, so it doesn't count.
So, I mean, how was it to film? I mean, obviously, because you're doing a lot later in post-production. I mean, is that difficult with actors kind of coaching them through what it will look like later on?
Yes and no. I mean, I come from visual effects and animation, and the way we work is just you storyboard everything. I mean, you really do planning. And so having storyboards and editing them together in little animatics that I could show the cast and say, here's what's happening in this scene, and just it definitely kind of gave them the information they need to create their performances and do their thing, because it's just much easier when you can just watch a little clip of a scene than be staring at a tennis ball. There's a lot more information.
Yeah, I think it's harder for James. James has to act opposite a stuffed animal or like a little tennis ball, and he's so good in it because there's some real emotional scenes between him and Sonic, and he makes those work so well that when I'm acting over his performance, I could just react to how he's acting because he's in the moment of all of them. It's pretty incredible.
So how was it seeing the finished product for the first time?
It was great. It was so cool. We just saw it a couple days ago with a crowd of kids, and afterwards kids are running up and down the aisles and they're so excited and they're so happy, and it was so cool to see people laughing like at all the right places, and then the set pieces really worked. Jeff Fowler, who directed the film, did an incredible job and kind of just brought it all together.
So having brought Sonic to the big screen, is there plans for more, or was that what you'd like?
Oh, I mean, we had such a great time making this movie. I mean, nothing would make me happier than to tell more stories with this character and have the opportunity to bring in some of the other characters and fan favorites, because we love those characters too, and nothing would be more exciting than to get to work with them. So absolutely. I mean, I know the cast would be so excited about coming back.
We hope that people like the movie enough that we get to keep making them, because it would be great to make another.
And you know, have you speculated about what kind of plot you might do, or is it still waiting?
I do know kind of what we would do. I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but I think it's exactly where we should take it.
Why would you throw your life away for this silly little alien?
He's my friend.
Good times. This is my power.
That was an illegal left, by the way.
And I'm using it to protect my friends.
Bet you didn't see that coming, huh?
Blah, 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 blah. Let me know if you want to go round 2 with the blue. So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about. Well, I don't see the appeal. That is very gross.